I've been in the Chromatic mines for so long now. I need a therapy session. Welcome to Metahorror Therapy Session by Meiri Games. It is, in fact, a mysterious, never-ending therapy session trying to, look after our patient here, Noel. Unpacking his story, his lies, question mark? Unraveling the truth. And, yeah. This is, of course, game by Meiri Games. I've seen... God, I know I follow. I don't think I've ever actually covered any of the games on my YouTube, so this is a welcome first. Long time coming now, and deserved. Both this and working on a game called Fin, which looks absolutely gorgeous, and if it has the same hint of mystery that this does, it's going to be a wonderful delight. But of course, here, another tagline in this that is important to bring up. This is a psychological mystery developed by a psychologist. So it is going to be quite interesting indeed. Well, and there is a lot going on here. Low stats. There's a lot going on here. So let us just dive right in and start a new session. Hello, Noel. Nice to see you again. Hi. Nurse-Ann introduced you to us. Nurse-Ann introduced us early this week. I'm Dr. Yuri Montgomery. You might remember me from these big, dorky-looking glasses I'm wearing. I remember. You are a therapist at a local hospital. This room, you've seen many patients, kids, adults, each one unique and requiring a different kind of approach. You're going to have to find a way to get Noel to talk a little more about himself. He seems like a young adult, perhaps a late teenager. You have strategies for how to best approach this. Utilizing what you know from his file, you might be able to get him to open up a little bit. Perhaps you could look at this as a form of anamnesis. I've seen that term before. An initial interview. Oh, with those, you remind me of my uncle. My glasses remind you of your uncle? My uncle. He's silly. He'd wear something like that. A form of anamnesis. That's an interesting wording, as anamnesis is remembering things from a supposed previous existence. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, it was literally Anamnesia that we played a while back that dealt with this exact thing. He'd wear something like that. Sorry. Got distracted. What's his name? Dunno. You don't remember? Don't know. That line of questioning is not working. How's your eye? Does it hurt? Not anymore. It's the light. It hurts your eyes. Yes, covering it helps. The eye that was examined at the ER, but no one was able to find anything wrong with it. Did it always hurt, or did it start hurting after the accident? No, it's gonna hurt forever. So there's nothing you can do. Why'd he say that? Dunno. Don't remember. Are you having memory troubles then? I guess. Dunno. Doc, can I leave? I need to go. Soon. Where do you want to go, Noel? Home? No, I can't. Can't go home. I have something really, really important to do. Really? That sounds pretty serious. Do you want to tell me what it is? I promise I won't tell the others. Oh, I can't tell you. If I did, you'd be the one needing a shriek. Try me. I hear some pretty wild stuff in this job, you know. I bet you can't top it. No way. Yes way. I'll tell you. I hear so much, I'm in therapy myself. Seriously? The therapist needs a therapist? Oh, absolutely. We're just as human as anyone else. I guess that makes sense. So, go ahead. Tell me what's on your mind. I promise, no judgment here. You're a funny one, Doc. You're asking all these questions yourself. What? Nobody's commanding you to. That's impressive. Just kidding. See, I can be silly myself. Did that scare you? A little bit, yeah. I wasn't expecting that twist. Good. Keeps you on your toes, right? Also, what's with the toys and stuff? This is a room for talking to children. We have one for teens and adults, but they're all full. It's the one we have available right now. Does it bother you? Oh, cool. I don't mind. The toys are cute. The adults' room is somewhat boring, if you ask me. You know, I almost feel like a kid again, sitting right here. Is that a good thing? I guess. It's complicated. Anyway, I was talking to Nurse Ann, and you're a bit of a prankster, aren't you? Noel is laughing. His body language is more relaxed. Yep, that's the most popular way to describe me. What the time you swapped out the soap in the bathroom for... was that whipped cream? I heard that caused quite the scene. Oh yeah, that one was a classic. The nurses didn't know what hit them. Where'd you even get whipped cream? Stole from the cafeteria. Shh. She also mentioned that you reprogrammed the TV remote so it only played reruns of a Mexican soap opera. Apparently it was quite the surprise for anyone trying to watch the news. Yeah, it was just a bit of fun. Not like I can do much else here. Well, it definitely kept things interesting. You're quite the prankster. Yep. Life's too short to be taken seriously all the time. You gotta keep things lively. I just like playing pranks. You always were a kidder, Noel. That's good. Say, Doc, you're not allowed to tell anyone anything I tell you here, right? That's right. Anything you say is between the two of us and these four walls. Unless you express that you want to do harm to yourself or others, of course. You really won't tell anyone. I won't. Noel is finally making eye contact with you. Neat. So, feel free to tell me anything that's on your mind. I don't really have anything right now. May I ask you a few questions then? Sure, Doc. Go ahead. Okay, now that you've built something of a rapport, let's try asking him more about himself. Pick a topic. More topics will unlock as you progress. Oh, here's our files. Oh. Oh, okay. I see. Dr. Carl, staff meeting, day off. Ah. 8XXXX 20XX. Name Noel, LI. Patient only offered surname initials. Gender male. Unknown, birthday unknown. Parentage unknown. Use health records unknown. No reported allergies. Patient was brought in for initial assessment for recovery from an accident. He used to talk about where he's from, who should be contacted to support his recovery. Putting him for an assessment for mental health support and investigate amnesia or other possible damage to his brain. And that he's made a full recovery from his physical injuries. Alright. While talking, you might find yourself completely diverging from the original topic. That's natural in therapy. Free conversations allow for new subjects to be introduced by the patient. Sometimes you'd rather stay silent. Important to know when to press and when to let the silence be. Remember your objective is to find answers to the questions raised in the initial report. Alright, that opens this. The accident you were in looked pretty scary. Must look like that, yeah. I was inside the bus trying to sleep. Windows were covered and most people were on their phones. So I didn't realize what was happening until we almost went flying. You were inside the bus, huh? Do you recall where you were heading? Yeah. Want to tell me? No. Okay. When you realized what was happening, what did you do? My whole body started to hurt and I couldn't move. The person who was next to me had a phone on their pocket. I tried to reach out to them so I could try to call for help or something. They weren't responding. They were out. I think they hit their head really badly. They wouldn't wake up no matter how much I shook them. People crying and shouting. Some were trying to help others. The whole place was filled with smoke and broken glass. Everything was so loud and chaotic. It was hard to make sense of anything. I remember looking around and seeing people injured. Some trying to crawl out through the broken windows. It felt like an eternity before help arrived. You didn't hit your head? So, I was super lucky. My head landed right on a bunch of pillows. My lower body wasn't so lucky, though, as that fancy file of yours must say. Glass shards all over. Yeah, you had several lacerations from glass shards, and there were deep cuts and bruises on your legs. Nurses explained to me that the hospital people had to remove the shards and tend to the wounds to prevent infection or whatever. Hurt like hell. Never again. And the paramedics told me about the pillows. I couldn't stop laughing. How'd they all land right under me? You remember the paramedics? Oh, yeah. I was awake and aware the entire time. They put one of those neck things on me, so I couldn't look around or raise my head. That's what made me panic. That must have been quite distressing. It sounds like being immobilized like that only added to your anxiety. It's good to hear you could find some humor in this situation afterwards, even though it was a tough experience. Yeah, it was a weird mix of pain and relief, I guess, but the whole thing was just surreal. I wanted to know if the other passengers were okay. Or families and small kids in there, you know? Imagine how it must have felt. Yeah. It was terrifying. I kept thinking about the one lady that got stuck under the bus. I think I heard something about having to consider an amputation to get her out. I don't know if she made it to the ER. I'm sorry. It must be difficult. Yeah. So, paramedics took you to the hospital's ER. It's pretty hectic in there, isn't it? Doc, it was madness. People screaming, doctors barking out orders, kids crying, ambulance sirens. Yeah, especially going into the ER, like, in the middle of... in the whole trauma response to a whole bus full of people in a major accident, and then some. I could barely hear what my own doctors and nurses were saying. I couldn't move much. I kept hearing all these noises and voices. Madness. I can't imagine how intense that must have been, especially with your own injuries and fear. Yeah, and being immobilized made it worse. I couldn't see what was happening, so my imagination ran wild. How so? Every time I heard the new sound or something, someone talking nearby, I'd get a jolt of panic. Wondered if something bad was happening to someone else. It's agonizing, having to wait. Pumped me full of pain meds, so it wasn't that bad. Had a chat with a nurse who told me about how the other passengers were doing. She was cool. Most of the kids I asked about didn't make it. Sorry. Sounds like you're carrying a lot of weight for that experience. Yeah, I suppose I am. As you write notes, talk with your patient, you write notes on what he reveals to you. Read the notes at any time by opening the menu. Right, investigating amnesia. So we have plenty of room to go deeper here. There's something much deeper about him refusing to answer where he was going at the time. It's probably personal and unimportant, but could also be being intentionally obscured. Although that's me thinking with narrative brain, not on a personal questioning brain. Yeah, it doesn't really feel important. Although, if it was mundane, if it was somewhere personal, yeah, okay, that's not important to this conversation. Won't say it. If it was somewhat mundane, like I was going down to Wegmans. Sure, why not? We'll say it. So it's something, but always check these notes so the session goes smoothly. A lot of people died of, or are in the ICU. Bums me out, Doc. Even some of those damn pillows land near these other innocents. Now it's useless to think about it. I got super lucky at the end. I was I the one who got a cushion while the others didn't? Oh. Wonder how many families got separated or are completely broken now. I saw a kid whose head I had to cut open in the ER. His brain was swelling too fast to get him to an OR in the time. Kept crying out for his mom. And there was an elderly man who wandered into the chaos and started screaming for his wife. Her son had to give him the news. Ooh. Yep, possible survivor's guilt. The woman had been pregnant. They were trying to save her and the baby at the same time, but it was touch and go. Look, the doctor's face said it all. They couldn't do it. The little girl, maybe about 7 or 8, was sitting alone, covered in blood. Okay, we should have kept asking for her dad. He never came. Found out later that he'd been in a different part of the bus and didn't survive. There's so many stories like that. I hate it. It's unfair. Families should stick together. Oh? Especially ones with small kids. Oh. Just unlocked a new topic. You can now select it to start a new conversation. Oh. Do I have to talk about them? I want to know you a little better. If you'd rather not, I understand. Can't tell anyone. Yes, I did. You'd sue me and take my license to be a therapist. Really, I could. But would I? Would you? No, I'm not a narc. Aw. Between these 4 walls, right? Indeed. And I promise, those 4 aren't gossipers. Only write down on your file the absolute essentials. So you can tell me, whatever it is that's on your mind. My family's my 2 dads, my little sister, and me. And 2 cats. That's important. Family of 4. You all get along? Yeah, my dads are all over each other. It's almost gross. My little sister's the cutest girl in the world. Oh. You call them both your dads? Makes it easier for you. One, wears glasses. The other has, well, long hair? Yeah. That's his dad and long-haired dad. Got it. No names. Yep. My dad has long hair because my other dad told me he liked it once. So he grew it out and it's down to his hips now. Aw. Nerds. You know, you sound like you enjoy talking about them. Well, I'm realizing I have a little bit of mouse control over the camera in this position. I do. Like my family, you know? Aw, I love them. I miss them even. Can't see them at the moment? No. See, Doc, I'm on a trip of sorts. To the mysterious place you were heading to in that bus. I'm part of it. I'm going to various places. My family can't come with me, so I did do it all by myself. Do you wish they could be here with you? No. I wouldn't wish this trip on my worst enemies. Why not? I've seen some things. Everyone's better off not seeing or knowing about them. Could you give me an example? You don't want to know. Hit me. I like you, so no. Trust me, Gramps. Not everything is meant to be discovered. I see. What's that scary? Does it mean they're planning on heading back home to your dad soon? No, I can't go home. I have a mission. Oh? Alright. Interesting. Let me come back. Will we suffer if we... Let's read... Mother. Okay, sister unlocked. Well, I've confirmed some of the information on this file I got here. Shoot. Understand you don't want to reveal your age, details about your past history, parentage. So I said all I could say to the nurses. That's alright, Noel. See, our hospital is still keeping up with the times. There's an important question that's not formally asked here yet. I'm curious. What is it? What should I call you? It's part of my protocol here. So, you ask everyone? Yes. Cool. I like that. One of my old therapists could learn a thing or two from you. Tell me anything you want. She, him, they. Nice. You think of me however you like. Does my file say I'm a guy? Yeah, it does. Lame. I put in notes your next doctors now. Oh, shoot. Thanks. Not a lot of doctors would bother. Enter NA. Bless. Excellent. Has been in therapy before for the investigation needed. Does not... Any pronouns? I like you, Doc. I enjoyed talking to you myself, Noel. You're a fun person. You got it, Gramps. If you'd like to talk about your identity some more, I'm here to listen. There's not much else to say. I don't tell most people in real life. I just let them call me whatever. It was a diversity group at my school. You know, they put a good bunch of kids in a classroom after school and have them talk. In all my high school years in it, made some really good friends, I thought. The teacher in charge of organizing it was real cool. We had events and meetings and all the good stuff. Honestly, it was like group counseling most of the time. There's always a kid with some experiences to talk about, and we try to help them out. I really did think it was a safe space to talk about myself and how I feel. In my last year, I had the bright idea of talking about it in our weekly discussion meeting. Did it not end well? Nope. Turns out I'm a bit too diverse for the diverse group. Oh. Imagine what that must have been like. Were you hurt? I'm over it now. Got some new decent friends since then. Anyways, thanks for asking. I appreciate it. Alright. My mission. Is it also something I shouldn't know? I do like this, Doc. Let me talk your ear out about some stuff you like. About stuff you in the hospital don't really want to know. It's not... Come on. Nobody really wants to know about my family. It's not what's going to get me out of here sooner and open up a bed for another patient. So I appreciate you asking about it. Someone cool like you, I'll even tell you about the mission. Noel? Here's the gist of it. I need to kill God. Oh! Alright. I'm on board. Excuse me? God is an evil being. She needs to be killed so that everyone can live in peace. And I have to do it. Why does it have to be you? Something about me that's different from others. God knows that. So she's running away from me. So you're in this trip to find and kill God. Interesting. Delusional? Grandeur? Yep. I've seen enough of the world to understand that it needs to change. There's something in me that's driven to this task. I don't know why or how. It's the path I've been given. I go to all kinds of places in all kinds of times, looking for her. I got lost recently, which is how I ended up here. Times. Mission requires me to go to the future, the past, and the present. God can be wherever and whenever she wants, you know? And so I have to do it. Sometimes I think I'm getting close, then I lose the trail. She's always a step ahead. I'm doing this alone because it's my burden to bear. I don't want anyone else involved. That's my mission. Just kidding. What? I don't have a mission. Not at all. What? Noel. I was just messing with you. I'm a prankster, remember? Really? I think you just told me that your mission was a prank. Yep, that's it. I love playing pranks on people. It's a little ritual I do when I get to know someone. Say something super nonsensical and watch their reaction. It's the best way to find out what kind of prank will hit them best. Interesting. Wow, you got me good. You should have seen your face, Doc. I could see you scribbled on that file of yours. Must have been like, this dude's cray. See our notes say. And straight from a piece of fictional media. Psychiatric evaluation recommended. But don't worry, it was all a joke. I don't know how you feel about lying to a patient. So, what the questions do you have for me? I was still trying to prank you again. Emphasis on try. Go ahead. What else, Doc? Alright, let's see. My injuries from the accident are all better. Ah, I know that. It's not what I meant. What do you mean, then? You mean my hand and eye, don't you? Why does that matter? I was just... Which doctor wants you to ask me that? No one gave me any questions. I don't believe you. It has nothing to do with the accident. The nurses were so nosy. I heard them telling other nurses about me. Everyone thinks I'm crazy, huh? You're all just waiting for me to lose my mind and stuff me inside the psych ward. I understand this is frustrating. Do you? Or are you going to tell Nurse Anne everything I told you about and make me the new hot gossip of this hospital? Noel, I assure you that will not happen. Does it feel that way? Every time someone asks me about my injuries, I can just feel that they're looking for gossip. Just a hand in an eye. I'm not going to change what happened. I want to get out of here. I don't want to be another case study or some kind of project, got it? I hear you. My goal is to support you, not make you feel like a case. If you decide you want to talk, I'm here. What else do you have for me? Going back to little sis, my little sister. When I left, she was just 2 years old. She was figuring out how to talk. Learned how to walk first, right in front of me. She had this stuffy my aunt gave her. I put it down on the couch and she waddled over all by herself. Her eyes lit up when she reached it, like she had just accomplished something huge. It was adorable. That's a sweet memory. It is. She's so small. I had to change diapers on BoTube. For her? You sound like a great big brother. Thanks. My dad said that. My dad said that too. She calls me Nono. And my dads are Dada and Papa. My name's the coolest, if you ask me. Did you want a sibling? Want one? No. I was pretty happy the way things were. I were a smaller kid, I think I'd throw a tantrum to be mean to her. There's already an older teen when my dad's adopted her, so I thought about it less emotionally. Thought I wasn't difficult about it, because I love my sister very much. I'd kill a man for her. Not even kidding. I think my dad's would too. Oh, and our cats, and my aunts and uncles, and my grandpa too. If anyone hurts her, there's a whole list of people who'd be pissed about it. I think that's the best thing a child can have, you know? It takes a village. But it does. Luckiest little girl in the universe. Did you also have a village, Noel? Before the adoption? Doesn't matter now. No? What about now? Who's on your village? It's nobody. Can't take them with me even if I wanted to. On your trip? Yeah, it's too dangerous. I miss them, but they're safer at home. People you meet in your travels don't keep in touch. No. Noel? Shh, be quiet, Doc. I know how it goes with therapy. I'm gonna say I'm here for you, but after I leave, you won't... You can count on me. No, you're not my village. Nobody is. If this therapy session is over, I'll be off. Somewhere else. Adventures, huh? Adventures, eh? Tell me about your adventures. Gone to a lot of interesting places, I imagine. Yeah, many. Going to the beach when I'm on vacation. What about you? I'm not on vacation. Traveling is more like a job. Oh, you get paid? Not a cent. I try to make it as fun as I can, but it's getting harder to do that. I can't see the finish line. Where have you been to? The mountains. The beach. A tropical island. Tokyo, kinda. Underground dungeons shaped after memories. The Dark Lord's Tower. Slime Factory. Hell, and heaven for a bit. It's overrated. I've seen more things than you could ever fathom exist in reality. Met people who would blow your mind if you talked to them for a fraction of a second. Our standards for normalcy and sanity are completely different from theirs. You wouldn't survive a minute in a casual conversation. In some places the air is toxic. In others, magic is real. There's no need for hospitals like this one. Injuries are cured with a simple spell. Are your adventures from video games? Nope. I actually went to all these places. It's true. Tell me about hell. Hell? What was that like? It all began when I met an angel. I was lost at a crossroads between various, countries. Angel was there, as lost as I was. We talked and realized we were headed to the same place. You're the only ones around, so we had to talk quite a lot. About how we got there, why we were traveling, and so on. He was quiet and tried to come off as someone who didn't care about others. I could tell he was concerned about something. How could you tell? I know the type. The long-haired dad was like that too when I met him. Traveling to our destination took quite a while. Got lost in some messed up places. I think we spent almost 4 months on the road together. I grew to trust him, considered him a close friend. When you live on the road, like we do, you don't get to spend much time with the same people. Eventually you have to leave and make new friends somewhere else. Other than my family and my childhood friends at the time I had never grown so close and spent so much time with the same person day after day. You sound like you liked him a lot. Oh, what? No, I didn't. We were friends. That's what I meant. You liked him a lot. Oh. Did you think of him as more than... No, just friends, that's all. Be close friends and spend a lot of time together. That doesn't mean I have a crush on him. I didn't say anything about a crush. Anyways. Thought we had found the right way to our destination, so we headed there. Let me just check up on this. Received distrust. Case study. So, seems to have a crush on... Seems to have a crush on Angel. I love that we're working in just any pronouns. That's wholesome doctor. We thought we had found the right way to destination, so we headed there, but it wasn't right. Wrong country? I don't know how to explain. It looked just like the place we were supposed to be at, but something was off. Subtle at first. It was hooking us in by imitating our destination, but there were little details that were off. Small details. Uniform that should be black is gray. Book that should be about history is about math. Constant smell of something like sulfur was in the air. Grass not as green. Sky was not as blue. We shrugged it off and kept going. Really wanted to believe we had arrived. There's something to... That's how we were tricked to enter hell. There's something to the camera tilting in certain occasions when he starts going off on a story like this. Time the mask came off, it was too late. We were trapped inside. What was the true face of hell? First, it was just shadows shifting at the corners of our vision, whispers we couldn't quite catch. Kinds of things you could dismiss as tricks of the mind, especially when you're tired. The air grew thick, almost suffocating. I realized there were no birds, no mammals, no signs of life at all. Buildings began to twist and warp, and the angels were all wrong. The sky turned a sickly shade of yellow, and the sun... It was even the sun had no warmth. Shadows we'd been ignoring, they weren't just shadows. They were things, twisted and broken. They crawled toward us. Or if I was losing my mind, at the time I saw my families and my friends' faces on them. Began to look like them, show their mannerisms, like a slight limp on the right foot, the way they grinned on me. With their voices, whispering. I need to stop running and join them. It would all end well if I let them take me with them. I was scared of my mind, just wanted it to end, so I started to believe them. Angel had to physically restrain me from going with the voices. We fought, I punched him, somehow convinced me not to give in. We'd do was run, and run. It never ended. It does sound very scary. I would be scared too if I was in that situation. But you're here now, so you managed to get out. Did that happen? Did you find a way out of hell? I don't know if you'd call it finding a way out. It felt more like stumbling into one. For what felt like an eternity of running, we found ourselves at the edge of this massive chasm. It was so deep that you couldn't see the bottom, and the air was filled with these strange, echoing screams. There was no bridge, no path, no nothing. Just the abyss in us, with those twisted things still crawling after us. Angel said there was no turning back, and we had to keep going forward no matter what. There was no way across, Doc. It felt hopeless. Whispers were relentless, telling me it was pointless. I should just jump. Then the angel did something. Reached into his chest and pulled out this light. Threw it into the chasm, and it created this narrow, flickering path. Told me to run, and I did. I ran like my life depended on it, because it did. I reached the other side, everything went white. Because I knew I was lying on the ground, back, on the road, gasping for air. It took some time for me to see the angel again. We lost track of each other after a few travels. You did manage to get out in the end, as terrifying as hell was for you. I don't know. I'm here now, but every day I feel like I'm still running from something I can't escape. I have nightmares when I'm back there. Sometimes I close my eyes, scared of opening them and finding out I'm back there again. That I never left. You sound like you've been needing to get this off your chest for a while. How is this being written up? Yeah, facing versus fear and paranoia. Who won't support him once he leaves? She seems to have a crush on Angel. I don't have anyone to talk about it. Nobody that believes me or doesn't cut me off. I can tell that it's affecting you a lot. See, these emotions you're feeling are valid, Noel. They need to be put out there so you can handle them better. Keeping it all in doesn't feel good, I imagine. No. Because I feel a bit lighter now. Maybe. No, forget it. Let's not talk about that anymore. It's not medically relevant anyway. Alright. Still, I'm here for you if you want to talk about it again. Can we end this already? I've told you everything I can say. I still don't think you should. You're trying your best, Doc. I appreciate it. I like you, I really do. I want to bother you with more than you're prepared for. Is there nothing else you'd like to talk about? No. And do you mind if I ask you some things that made me curious? Depends on what they are. If you don't want to answer, you don't have to. Fine. Hit me. Alright, any medicine. Other than the ones the hospital's giving you, have you ever been on any regular medications, Noel? No. Headaches, or for that ache in your eye, hand. Can't take medicines along with me when I travel. Could cause trouble, you know. I introduced some, advancements to the places I go to. You know, like influencing cultures and such. I see. What about before your travels? No, I've never had to take anything frequently. So you've been to therapy, but your dad's took you to therapy, so what? Before your travels, did you experience these phantom pains? No. You implied they would have known something was up with me back then. I was thinking, I was a perfectly normal kid. Took me to therapy because my dad believes that everyone should have a therapist. Even him? Yeah. Both my dads have been in therapy for years. My sister's a bit older. She'll probably start it too. Dad's a worrywart. I can't tell which your dads are talking about. Which one is worrywart? The one with glasses. They found out they could take my sister home. He read so many books about parenting it made my head spin. I found out that's what he was worried. That he was worried he would mess up everything up. He would mess everything up and ruin her life. Big worrywart. Told him she'd be fine. She's just a baby. If the dad was more worried about dropping her on her head or forgetting her inside a car. All parents have those worries in mind, especially when it's a new baby. Do you have kids, Tom? I do. 2 little boys. Older? A bit. So you're a father. Do you make a lot of dad jokes? Oh, definitely. I'm guilty of a few classic ones. Like what? Give me an example. Alright, here's one. Why did the Scarecrow win an award? Oh, why? Because he was outstanding in his field. Damn, that's terrible. So bad. I know, but it gets a laugh for the kids. I bet. My dad used to make jokes like that too. Kind that makes you groan. Do you ever worry about them? Like, what if something happens to them? My kids? Yeah. When you're out, like, you're in the hospital, do you worry? Did your dad worry? He was home most of the time because everyone worked from home, so not really. So they missed that worrywart. What else? So you were adopted? Yeah. How was that like? Weird. Most stories you hear about adoption, it's small kids or older kids who spend time in the foster system. I was neither. How so? I was 13 then. I lived with my mom. My dad was never around. Story goes that he took a wrong turn trading somewhere and never reached out to my mom again. Just the 2 of us for a long while. She had to work several jobs at once, so I was pretty much raised by the whole apartment complex instead. Neighbors from 302 would take me to school. 202 folks would take me out to play. The landlady helped me with my homework. How'd that make you feel? I was small. I didn't know that wasn't how it was supposed to be, for lack of a better word. It was until I got a bit older that I started noticing I was the only kid whose mom didn't come to the school play. I didn't feel lonely. That's all. It sounds like a lonely situation to be in. Because my dad was there instead. Your dad? Long-haired dad. He was one of the neighbors. My mom relied on him a lot. Oh! It was a science fair one time. The topic was planets. Managed to build a galaxy out of styrofoam and clay and paint. I was really proud of it. They put out little invites for us to give to our families. Came with to Mom and Dad, on them by default. You know who I gave it to? Long-haired Dad? And his boyfriend, Glasses Dad. They didn't even bother to ask my mom if she could come. I knew she wouldn't. Went straight to them. Aww. Got older before I knew it. Mom was barely home anymore, even at night. Escalated in a few places. And Mom realized she couldn't take care of me anymore. In the end, that entire building raised me, not my mom. It takes a village. Yeah, unresolved issues with Mom. The entire building raised me, not my mom. How do you feel about your mom today? I don't know. Talking about her bring up any emotions for you? Oh no. I don't remember. Oh? I realize this topic is a sensitive one for you. Then why'd you ask? To hurt me? I'm sorry, that wasn't my intention. Stop it. My mom has nothing to do with the accident. I understand. No, you don't. Every single therapist I've been to presses me on that, but she doesn't mean anything to me at all. I thought you were different than the others. I'm sorry, I won't ask you again. You better not, or I'll leave. Fair enough. Dad time. Better topic. Say, how's it like at home, living with a worry-bored father? Better than having no father. I'm joking. My dads are great. He's not like an extreme worry-board that locked me up at home to keep me safe or anything like that. I just tease him about it, like calling him a worry-board. He cares a lot about us. It's all in good fun. Ah, I see. I see. Well, that's good. He sounds like a caring man. He is. And they both are. Even when they drive me crazy with overthinking, I know they mean well. We laugh about it, too. They're good sports about it. You have a good balance of understanding of humor about it. And humor about it. Yeah, we can poke fun at each other like that. I miss them. Let's not broach that subject. There's something about having faint memories of bandaged wrists. I knew you'd ask me about that. You know why that memory stuck with you? Well, back then I knew that he had some issues. And before the adoption, my mom told me something like, study hard so you don't end up like him. It was really, really small, but I still remember. And it's ironic, he stepped up, she's gone. But Dad never showed any of it to me, you know? He always tried to smile, even when I could tell he wasn't okay. It took me to get ice cream and stuff whenever the adults started arguing about what to do. Or who would care for me. So, like, my mom was wrong. I had to study hard so I could be like him. It's alright, Noel. You know your dad is a good man. He is. You're very protective of him. Am I? It's a feeling I have from the way you talk about him. When people talk, we didn't exactly have an amazing time with the community around us. I was old enough to understand that by the time my dad stopped me. Kids are cruel. I got used to defending him. He's my dad. You were a kid? A very angry kid. And Glasses Dad? What else can I say? He writes romance for a living. Likes books. Is good with his hands. Good with his hands? Makes stuff with paper. And... oh, I know. He's really bad with numbers. He tried to help me with my homework at first. Once he got to middle school level, he was as lost as me. I had to get a private teacher to help out with that. Ugh, I still have nightmares about those damn exams. Did you take his last name when you were adopted? How'd you know? Therapy powers. No, seriously, I just guessed. You can't fool me. It's therapy powers. Yep, totally. Anyway, you're both bad with numbers. Oh, I'm terrible with anything math-related. Pretty sure I have something like dyscalculia. Did you ever get tested? No, not formally. You want to test me? If you'd like to come here some other day, we could. No, thanks. Anyway, my dads are cool. What else? Hey! So far, we talked a lot about the people you love. You described them in many different ways. Interesting to hear how you see the people around you. Now I want to know about Noel. Me? How would you describe yourself? Well, tough question, huh? Yeah, tough. I'm someone who's been through a lot of shit, and somehow I'm still standing. Because I've always been the type to keep moving forward, even when things get hard. It's not the same as being strong, is it? I've made mistakes, big ones. I've hurt people I care about, even when I didn't mean to. I feel like I'm just trying to make up for all that. It sounds like you're carrying a lot on your shoulders. Do you ever let yourself rest? I can't rest. I have places to be, things to do. People are counting on me. I try. Try to find moments where I can just be me. Not all the noise in my head. That's the start. It's okay to take things one step at a time. Yeah, guess that's all any of us can really do. Hey, do me a favor, and cover the mirrors you have in your house. You'll thank me one day. Mirrors? Why? Just saying. Don't mind me. Eh? Session is almost over. Noel looks at you and... I think we should end it here. It's better for the both of us that we don't meet again. Why? Sorry, Doc. Best I can do is give you a comforting explanation for a harsh reality. I've liked our talk enough to not want to lie to you like that. I think lies told by well-meaning adults are the ones that hurt the most. Such as? That shot won't hurt. It's just a small needle. Mom's going back in an hour, so be good. So only take a minute. Be anything you want to be when you grow up. And so on. Sometimes they say these things to make you feel better, to give you hope. But when the truth hits, it feels like a betrayal. Like they were just trying to shield you from the inevitable. I get that they're meant to take things easier, but they don't. Not really. They just leave you alone with the truth, wondering why no one was honest with you from the start. I could do that to you, but you won't. I don't want to, really. Personally, I'd rather face something painful head-on than live in a comfortable illusion. At least with the truth, you know where you stand. So you want to end the session on this note? Yeah, I understand. But if you ever want to tell someone this truth, I will be here. Oh, Doc, you make me cry. For real. But, say, Dr. Montgomery, have you ever read The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy? Or know about it? It's called Following the Community. Me? No. I've never been much into fiction. Ah, I thought so. Science fiction. You don't look like a type. Then, do you know the meaning of life, the universe, and everything else? I mean, Doc Montgomery doesn't, but Doc Montgomery doesn't get the reference, but I do. Yeah. What's it then? 42. As I thought. Yes, excellent. This is where we are. I see. Anyway, let's end this on a high note, yeah, okay? Things I saw, things you think I saw. In the end, after we part ways, it's not gonna matter. I disagree. I'm sure you do. Wouldn't be any other reason for you to think otherwise. Good fun, Doc. Bye. Just therapy. Initial normal ending. Time to start a new session. There's a lot to come here. Alright. There's a lot to come here. We will see you next time for our second session with Noel. Until then.